Hi everyone, I am Jayasudan. I am doing MBA in Central University of Tamil Nadu. As you all know that we are going through a very critical situation, that is a corona pandemic. So during this lockdown period, Sky5 Lab has given us a wonderful opportunity to groom our knowledge regarding data science and machine learning by providing free online courses. So I have taken one of the free online courses, which is data analytics using R programming, and I am in the final stage of the course. Throughout this course, Sky5 Lab has guided me and provided me with the necessary knowledge on R programming. Here I am about to show you what are all the things I have learned so far regarding data analytics and data manipulation through R programming and data visualization through R programming. So as it is a part of my course and it is also my assignment. Sky5 Lab has asked students to post the videos regarding their final project by explaining all the things what I have learned so far to all. Come, let's get started to my project. Here I am going to analyze global peace with the help of GPA score and GPA ranking, and I am also having some other data like world percentage non-religious, health life expectancy, freedom, generosity of the people, etc. And I am going to check how these parameters influencing the world peace score and rank, and GPA score, GDP as well. And I am also going to check, is there any relationship between these variables with the GPA score as well as the GDP of the country as well as the generosity of the people. So I am going to compare each and every parameters with one another to check is there any relationship between those variables. For example, here we have taken Iceland. In the first column, country is Iceland, its respective region is mentioned, and its respective GPA score, GPA rank is mentioned. In the corresponding columns, its generosity of the people, its world percentage, everything is mentioned here. And here I am also having that GDP for each and every countries. And I have one more column, that is world percentage non-religious data, which means that how many percentage of people in that country are against the religion, that is they are non-religious, and how these non-religious people are affecting the GPA ranking and scoring of that particular country. Again I am taking the same example, Iceland, which is having 10.8%, which means that out of 100 people, 10 or almost 11 people are non-religious, and how these people are affecting the peace of that particular country. We are going to check it in our data analyzing tool, R programming, and I'm also going to see which country has a maximum GDP as well as GPI, and at last I'm going to plot those data in a world map, like which of the countries having highest GDP as well as GPA score in the particular world map. In the particular world map, you can see which is the highest among all the continents and which is the lowest among all the continents, which is in the average. Everything you will be seeing through the map. So here I am going to import my data into my workspace. I have already changed my Excel sheet into Excel format into the CSV format. Now I am going to directly import that into my workspace using the variable WPD and using the command read.csv. So WPD will get read.csv, and now I am going to paste my location of the file. I'm searching where it is. Yeah, here it is. I'm going to paste that location. So data analysis is using R is my folder. I'm going to add the double quotes here so that R will find out. And now I'm going to add the backslash. Before that I should change the backslash, because if there is a forward slash, R will not recognize your file. And I'm going to enter my file name wpd.csv. Format should be mentioned. Now I'm going to give the header function, which is equal to true, telling that my file is having a header data, that means column head. So now you can see WPD data is imported into my workspace with 157 observations of 11 variables. So I'm going to view this using the command view WPD. So now you you can see that all the data in the Excel sheet has been imported to my workspace. One more thing, you should be very careful while using this view command. The v should be a caps V, or else if you put small v, view will not be taken and the error will be there from the R programming. Now I am going to get a summarized data, that is I am going to use the function summary of WPD. This will give me that summarized data of my data. So you can see region, world map, world GPA rank. You can see the first 25% and third 25%. After that you can see number of data here, GPA score, mean, median. You can see the difference between mean and median. If there is a small difference, then you can come to a conclusion that the data is not much dispersed and it's having more or less similarities. So we can infer that data from this median and mean differences. After that, this world percentage non-religious, minimum is 0.00 and maximum is 77.000. This from this we can come to a conclusion that the data is more dispersed. Their health life expectancy, mean, median is there. And you can see NAs. NA means empty space. That data is missing in that particular column or row will be mentioned as NAs in the summary. So I'm going to find in which row is there exactly is that. So I'm going to use this command, which of is.na WPD is my data. I'm going to take any one of this column like freedoms or generosity, whatever you want you can take. When now it's showing me that exact rows where the blank space is there, that is the missing data is there. So I'm going to delete all those things to get exact manipulation of my data, exact result of my data, or you can simply replace it with the mean, but now I'm going to delete it by using this command. WPR will get WPD of square bracket. Now I'm going to use the concatenation operator, which will add all those rows and it will delete all those rows simultaneously. So 86, 92 and 95, 103, 121, these are all the rows where I'm getting the blank space. So I'm deleting this for my convenient so that I'm getting the exact data by manipulating the data. So I forgot to mention the minus symbol so that it will delete the rows. If you are not mentioned that minus symbol, then obviously it won't delete. Now you can see that all the rows I have mentioned is deleted. So now I'm getting the summary of this. So the blank space has been reduced to only one. It should be in some other rows or columns. That's why it's not getting deleted. So I'm going to again use the command, which of is.na WPD of one of the columns generosity. So I'm going to choose this generosity. I'm getting the same. I should use the data as WPR. Yes, because it's changed, right? Now I'm getting only one row, 66. So I'm going to delete that 66. WPR of 60 minus 66, comma, and you should put comma, or else it will take this as a column. You should put minus. Now this row is deleted, 66 row. Now I'm going to get the summary of that data WPR. Now you can see there is no NAs there. All the NAs has been deleted. Now data is ready to use. But I'm going to view this to check whether is there any NAs. I'm checking. it seems. Yes, there is no NAs. You can go further. I'm going to install this library of DPLYR, because it is a grammar for, it's a grammar for data manipulation. So I'm installing this library. I have already installed this DPLYR. I'm taking this into my library. So first I'm going to find a distinct variable, which means a unique variable in a particular region, so that I'm going to arrange data in accordance with the region, so that I'm taking a distinct variable. Now you can see there is 10 regions in there, unique regions. These data keep on repeating in the column. So I am seeing North America, Central and Eastern Europe, Southern Eastern Asia, everything is there. Middle East and Northern Africa. And I am going to arrange these things with respect of the continents. I am going to have continent as a new column in my data, WPR. So first I am declaring NA for all the cells in the column. So now you can see the new column has been created, continent, NA. For each and every cell there is a NA value, and now I'm going to assign each and every region to a specific continent. To do that, WPR of continent will get WPR. I'm going to take data from region. So I'm going to use the syntax here. I'm going to use the concatenation operator, in which Eastern Asia, comma, Southern Asia, and more thing, Southeastern Asia. All these variables, all these data will get Asia in my continent column. Now you can see in that continent column, those the values, in region, what are all the data having South, Eastern Asia, Southern Asia, will change it into Asia. Now you can see. So you can see that all the parts of Asia has been changed into Asia. And I'm going to again copy paste this command, same command. Now I'm going to change it for Western Europe. Since Europe has been divided into two divisions, I'm going to accumulate this part of the Europe into a single continent called Europe. So we are doing this to group data based upon the continents, so that we can retrieve continents data, like continents performance, what is the GPA score of each and every continent, what is the GDP of each and every continent. So we can have data like that. Once we have group according to the continent, we can have the data like that. Now I am having Central and Eastern Europe as Europe. So now you can see that it has been updated in our data. Wherever Central and Eastern Europe is there, it has been changed to Europe. Similarly for Western Europe also, it has been changed to Europe. Now I'm copy paste the same command to change all other continent into a single continent. Now I'm going to change for Africa. So Middle East and Northern Africa, and I'm going to delete this Central and Eastern Europe to Sub-Saharan Africa. These two terms will get continent as Africa in the continent column of our data set. I'm going to use the same command to change. Now I'm going to change Latin America and Caribbean. Latin America and Caribbean. So this will get a name as America. So next in our list it is North America. Since North America is not divided into many continents, many subcontinents actually, we are having North America as it is, North America. So I'm changing North America as it is, same North America. Since North America is there, we should change America into Central America. We will have this as Central America. Exactly, yes. Now again I am going to copy paste the same command because one more continent is left, which is Australia and New Zealand. So we are going to change Australia and New Zealand into Australian continent. Australia and New Zealand, and we should be very careful that the name should be a replica, or else it won't, the object will not be fine. See, some error has been yeah, double quotes. I have missed the double quotes. We should put double quotes here and we should run it. Now it won't show error. Yes, exactly. So I'm going to use this distinct variable to check whether there is any NA in any cell or not in the continent column. Is there any NA in the cells of the continent column or not? I'm going to check. No, there is no NA in any of the cells. Each and every cell is occupied with some continent based upon our condition. So now I'm going to delete one more column. You can see in our data there's one more column called standard error. We don't need that column to be in our data set, so we are going to delete that particular column. For that I'm going to use the command WPR will get WPR of square bracket we should mention, and comma should be there, because if there is no comma then it won't accept as a column, it will consider that as a row. Now we can see the column number 7, so we are going to put -7 in order to delete that particular column. WPR, yeah, the data set should be, it's, since R is a case sensitive, we should use the same name as our data set. Now you can see the column has been deleted. So now we are going to declare a variable called AG, and this AG will be based upon our continents. This will list according to our continent. Why I'm declaring the variable AG is that I'm going to get the aggregate data from each and every continent, where I'm going to sum up the value of each and every data based upon the continent. So for that I'm using the variable called aggregate variable. So this aggregate variable will get data from my data set WPR. So I'm using the square bracket. I have to mention what are all the columns needed to be added up. So here we are eliminating the GPA rank. Since it is a rank, we can't sum it up. Other than that, it's from column 4 to column 10. So I'm going to sum up these columns. So I'm mentioning it as 4:10. So I'm gonna put list. This list should be in terms of continent, so that I'm grouping data in terms of continent. I'm giving a function as mean so that it will aggregate data. It will sum up the data. Now you can see the data has been added up, and we are using the view command of aggregate AG variable so that we can see group 1, all the data has been added up according to the continents, only 6 continents. This will really helpful in seeing which continent is having more GPA score and which is having more GDP ratio, which is having more percentage non-religious, and everything based upon the continent we can get the data. So what is the generosity value, which continent is the highest, which continent is the least, everything we can get from here. And we can also have top 10 data from our data set by having the command head WPR of 10. Basically head function will return only top 6 rows. Now we can have top 10 data. Most of the continent is Europe here. Europe is having a top 10 data, and now we are going to have a tail because we have to find last 10 data also. So we are having Africa is the most number of repetition. Africa is repeating in most terms. So if you want to view it in a separate tab, we can also use the command view of head of WPR, 10. Can have it in a separate tab for your better clarification. We can see top 10 countries and their respective regions, respective rank, ratio, everything. Now I'm going to see for last 10 data. Yes, I'm seeing the last 10 data in a separate tab. Here I can have corresponding values of each and every countries. So we have seen data manipulation so far. Now we are entering into data visualization. For that purpose, we are going to install a function called ggplot2, which is a grammar for data visualization purpose. This will give us a graphical representation of data. And one more function we are going to install is a coregram, which will give you the correlation. And one more thing, library of core plot, which will give the correlation plot between the variables. And the library is, why I'm using the library function is, I'm going to have these functions into my library so that we can work easily. Now I'm going to plot these variables. I'm gonna have the variable as plot, and this plot will get ggplot. AG is my data set, and AES is I'm going to give x-axis and y-axis. X is group 1 and y is world GPI score, and I'm going to have fill. Fill means I'm going to fill the data into the bar plot I'm going to plot. So I'm going to fill group 1 into that bar plot. So I'm going to plot this variable. Now you can see in the window the plot variable has been declared, and this now I'm coming back to this plot plus geom bar. Geom bar is a function for bar plot. So I'm going to have stat is equal to identity, and stat which is equal to identity. I'm having this identity, and I'm going to have title for this bar plot. I'm going to install this. I'm going to add gg title here. So gg title will be global peace index for continents. So this will paste whatever we are writing inside this GD title as a title for this graph, and I'm going to have xlab, means x-axis is a continents, and ylab means y-axis name. So y-axis name will be my GPA score. I'm gonna hit enter. I'm having some GG title I'm having error in the GG title, so I forgot to type T. So I'm having the graph in the black and white. It should be color. I don't know why it is. Let me check one more time where I miss it. Yes, I'm missing the bracket, it seems. So now we are going to run. Let's see what the output is. So again it is showing the same result, where I'm missing one more bracket, it seems. Open bracket and close bracket. Yeah, here I have to remove that bracket. Now we can enter, it will come. Yes, I'm gonna select all this and I'm hit enter. I'm hitting Ctrl+. Yeah, yes, now we are getting a color chart. So this color chart is basically a graph between GPA score and continents. You can see Africa is the topmost continent having a highest GPA score, and Australia is having the lowest GPA score. You can see Central America is having moderate thing. Asia is also having moderate. So now we are going to plot for GDP of the continent. That means cumulative GDP of the continent. I'm going to declare a variable called plot1, which is going to have X is group 1 and Y is world GDP. So I'm changing the variable as world GDP per capita income. So now I'm going to hit enter. You can see in my right window, you can see plot1 has been installed. So I'm going to copy paste this command, plot plus geom bar. I'm just going to change plot1, and I'm going to change the title as well. I'm going to change the title as GDP for continents. Yes, so that we can have title as GDP for continents. And I'm going to change y-axis name also to GDP. Now I'm going to hit enter, so that we can have the graph of GDP for continents. Now you can see the data has been changed. GDP, Africa is the lowest continent having very least GDP, whereas North America is having the highest GDP, and Australia is having moderate. Is the second, it seems. Australia is the second, and Central America is having next. Asia is having somewhat GDP. And now we are going to have a correlation function. So far we have done a visualization with our data. Now I am going to find a correlation between the variables. For that I am installing a variable called COL in supply function. I am going to change it into a numeric first, all the data into a numeric variable, so that I am using supply WPR comma is that numeric. So now you can see call function has been installed. In that it will return data in a matrix format. So for that matrix format, I am going to give a data from my data set. So I am declaring car.data, which will get correlation of WPR in my data set. The columns are going to get a correlation function. So here you can see car.data. In that values has been taken from my data set along the columns. So now I'm going to plot my car plot for car.data. The method will be square. You can see a square boxes inside my correlation graph, and I'm going to have this type as upper, so that I can clearly see a data. Now you can see in the right side of my window, I'm zooming it. You can see some of the variables are having positive correlation, some of them are having negative correlation. For example, health life expectancy and world GDP having positive correlation, and GPA score and percentage not least having negative correlation, something like that. You can see we can view it in we can have new numbers instead of having square, so that the data will be more clear and more visible. Now I'm zooming it.
Now you can see world GDP and health life expectancy having 0.69 as a highest correlation in this graph, and world percentage non-religious and world GPA score having the negative correlation, it seems 0.55. So these are all the correlation between variables, both positive and negative correlations will be there. Now I'm going to plot for these variables so that we can have it in a graphical manner. First I'm going to have a box plot. So I'm declaring a variable called box plot 1. This will get ggplot of my data set. So my x-axis will be my region, and y-axis will be my world GPA score. World GPA score across region. This box plot will give us exact value, which is having the highest and which is having the lowest, which is, and you know how many countries are in 25% of the data, how many of countries are having more than 25% of data, which are the countries having the highest value, which region is having highest value. Everything we can see in the box plot, and with the help of this box plot we can able to find the outliers also. So that's why we are having the box plot. So box plot box plot is a syntax for box plot, and I'm going to flip the coordinates so that we can see the data visibly very clearly. So coord flip will change the axis, and plus gg title, I'm giving title for my graph. The title will be world GPA score across region, plus I'm going to have a geom jitter. Geom jitter is basically, you know, giving more points so that we can have a good knowledge about what the graph is trying to tell us. So we are going to have a color in terms of region. As with respect to the region, it will give a dotted color, and size I'm having 2, alpha is I'm having 0.8. So I'm going to have a theme. I'm going to declare legend.position, which is equal to none. This will give us a data in a more visible manner and very clear manner also. Now I'm going to hit enter. Some error is showing. Error in box plot jitter to alpha legend.position. So as we are seeing, it's showing me some error. I don't know where. Yeah, here I missed it, box number 1, because we have declared box 1 and we have only box. That's why now we are getting the graph box plot. This is, since I have used a coord flip, its position has been shifted, x-axis and y-axis. Now you can see the GPA score across region, because we have split it. This is not for continent, this is for region. We have split it into regions. So you can see which of this have the highest GPA score. Is Southern Asia is having the highest GPA score as an individual divided continent. Southern Asia is having the highest GPA score, and Middle East and Northern Africa is also having somewhat highest, and the very lowest region is Western Europe, and Australia and New Zealand is having very low GPA score. North America is having moderate. North America is also having very least. Middle value is Sub-Saharan, and Latin American, Caribbean, all those things having middle value. Now I'm going to have a box plot for GDP score of the region. So now I'm going to copy paste this thing, box plot, same command. I'm going to have this as box. So I'm going to change y equal to GDP, so that I will have GDP plot across region. So I'm going to have color is equal to region. So same, I'm going to change for a box, same command. I'm going to change the title as well, GDP across region. That's it. Same command. I'm going to select all those commands, both. I'm going to run it. Let's select one more time. I'm going to run it. It's not changing. Why it is not changing? Let me see what I have done. Explode. Let me try one more time. Still it's not changing. Something I have missed in the code. Let's see. Yeah, world GDP. Okay. I have written as world GPD. That's why it's not returning the graph. So we're going to have as world GDP. Now I'm going to compile it as a whole. See, now we are getting a graph for GDP score. Now we can see which continent is having highest, which region is having highest GDP. We can see North America is having the highest GDP. Second, Western Europe is also having the GDP, and some of the outliers is also we are seeing in Western Europe. We are having some outliers outside beyond the maximum range of the box plot, and Sub-Saharan Africa is having very lowest GDP. Southern Asia is also having very low GDP. Southern Eastern Asia is also having very low GDP. Australia and New Zealand is having a good amount of GDP. Middle and Northern Africa is also having starting from very low, but most of the countries are having more than 50% of the GDP score. So now we are going to again plot for a different variable. So I'm going to copy this thing, same command. I'm going to paste it. Now I'm going to change the variable name as box2, and I'm going to change this X as continent, so that we are going to have a continent versus GDP. So color is also continent. I'm changing. Now we can run the box variable should also be changed. So box2 is also should be changed. So the same variable. Now the title is should change. Title I'm going to change as continent. So that's it. I'm going to run it. I'm getting the graph. Here you can see GDP across continent. Again, same data. North America is in the first. You can see in Europe most of the countries is dispersed throughout the total region of Europe, GDP region, and some outliers is also there for Europe. You can see there beyond the maximum value there is one value, so it's an outlier. And Africa is having the lowest GDP. Asia is having also the lowest GDP as well. So this is the same data we have been seeing for so many times. And now I'm going to have the same plot for another variable, which is continent versus GPA score. So I'm going to have this as box3. So again I'm going to change the variable as box3. Now I'm going to change the title GPA score across continents. So jitter values also should be changed. I'm going to change color equal to continent for geom jitter. Now we can run it. So here we are having one more graph. I'm going to zoom it. The same thing, you can also see the GPA score across continent in a box plot. So Africa is having most number of GPA score. Countries are also having most of the countries having more than 50% of the countries having higher value in Africa. So you can explore n number of things by putting box plot for variables. So this is all about the box plot. Now I'm going to have a regression and scatter plot for variables. As you remember, we have a correlation, we have a relationship between high life expectancy and GDP as well. So we are going to have a correlation for those things. We are going to have a regression graph for both the things. I am declaring ggplot. WPR is my data set. So I am going to take a data set. So X is my health life expectancy. Since we are putting regression graph for health life expectancy and world GDP, I am taking health life expectancy in the x-axis and the world GDP in the y-axis. So this will tells you how much relation is having. The both variable is having how much relations with each other. This graph will tell you, and the range is also we have to mention. So let's see how the graph is going to come. And I'm going to mention color is also a continent. Since we are checking for continent, I am plotting continent inside the graph. So I'm going to have a geom point in which the point will be a continent inside the graph. The size I'm giving as 3 for a better visible, and alpha equal to 0.8 so that it won't alter other variables. We can see through the data. I'm having geosmooth, so this will smooth the value of both the variables and give us some relationship, some linear relationship between health life expectancy and world GDP. So I'm having here smooth is also I'm declaring color as a continent. I'm using the method as LM, and full range should be true. Now we are going to have a phase set. Phase set, as you know that phase set is a layers of variables we are having. Here is a continent, so I'm going to have a layer of continents here so that we can see data visibly across continents. So I'm going to have a theme. I'm going to have a GG title here. GG title is scatter plot for life expectancy and GDP. So I'm going to have this as a title. So I'm going to hit enter for here. I'm having some error here, geom smooth. Okay, instead of I'm putting 0. I've done a mistake, and now I'm changing geom. One more error, health life expectancy. Okay, L should be caps letter. Since it is a case sensitive one, we're going to change it to caps L. Now you can see smoothing Y approximately equal to X. Now it is returning a graph. So now you can see scatter plot for life expectancy and GDP for different continents. Since the facet layer is continent, we are having different box for different continents. Now you can see Australia having the positive relation with health life expectancy. GDP and life expectancy having a positive thing in Australia. For North America it is negative, and Europe it is slightly increasing. For Asia it is almost neutral. For Africa it is almost neutral, and for Central America is almost neutral. And for Asia it is a bit high, but it can be negligible since it is very small. But we can see a good difference in Australia and North America. As world GDP increases, health life expectancy for Australia is very much increasing, but for North America visibly it is decreasing. So this is the GG plot for scatter plot for life expectancy and GDP. We can have between n number of variables. So I'm going to have one more thing for generosity of the people and world GPA score. I'm going to change generosity. X is as generosity and Y as world GPA score. all other things are same, since we are doing the same for retrieving data. I'm going to select all the thing and I'm going to hit enter. Now we can see one more graph is appearing. See, the GPA score and generosity is having negative effect in North America. In Australia also it is having the negative effect. For Europe it is slightly negative. Central America it's also slightly negative, but for Africa and Asia it's almost neutral. There is no relationship for these variables in Africa and Asia. So here we are, I did not change the title of the previous graph, so that we are having the same title as scatter plot for life expectancy and GDP. Now we are going to change it for generosity and world GPA score. Yes, now we can hit enter. You can see the title changed in our scatter plot for generosity and GPA score. So you can have for n number of variables, and I'm again going to do it for one more variable, which is GPA score versus GDP. So I'm going to show the scatter plot of GPA and GDP. Here I'm changing it, world GPA score. Actually we are going to have in x-axis world GDP in the x-axis. Underscore PC. I'm going to change that to checking. So we are going to change the title as well. For world GDP and GPI. Object world GPD. Again I've typed as GPD. So I'm going to change it GDP. Now we are getting, so here you can see the relationship between GPA and GDP. So again for North America it is high, Australia it is moderate, and for Asia it is negative, Africa also it is negative, Central America also it is bit negative. It seems Europe also negative, but Australia and North America having considerable amount of positive relation between GPA and GDP. As the GPA increase, as the GDP increase, GPA also increasing. So that's it about the regression graph. You can have it for one more variable, that is for freedom and trust on government. We can have it. So trust, trust.government.corruption. So I'm going to take out this close bracket, but showing me an error. Let's see what I have done. Okay, the bracket is missing here. I should put one more bracket here. Yes, now it's not showing error. We're going to run it. Yes, now we are also having the scatter plot for these two variables, trust, government, corruption and freedom. Now again I have missed to, I have forgotten to change the title as well. We're going to change the title. Scatter plot for freedom and trust on government. Now you can see that trust on government and freedom having negative relation in Australia, whereas in North America it is having a positive, but all other continents are having neutral or null relation between them. So now we are going to have, I'm going to install peace.meter as a new column in our data set, and I'm going to assign this as WPR $peace.meter. First I will assign this as NA, so all the cells in this column will get NA. Now I am showing you the GDP score across region. Now we can see in our data set peace.meter has been installed, has been updated in our data set. Now we are going to assign which are all the regions will come under the highest peace score, is going to come as a highest in the peace meter, and which are all in the average range will go as an average in the peace meter column, and which are all the regions having lowest GPA score will go as a lowest in the peace meter column. So now I am showing you the graph. We can have this data here. We can have this Western Europe, Australia and New Zealand, and North America is having very lowest GDP, and based on our data, Southern Asia, Middle Eastern and North African having the highest. So first we are assigning those region into a highest range. So Southern Asia, Middle East and Northern Africa will get highest range in the peace meter. See, it is updated in our data set as a highest. Wherever the region Southern Asia, Middle East and Northern Africa is there, is updated as highest in our data set. Next I'm going to copy the same command, and I'm going to change for the lowest range in our data set. Those regions having lowest P score will go into the lowest range in our peace meter column. So what are all the, based upon our data, the regions, what are all the regions is going to be in the lowest range is Western Europe, Australia and New Zealand, North America, Eastern Asia. These four continents having lowest GPA ratio, so it will go as a lowest range in the peace meter. In the peace meter column we have designed in the data set. So Eastern Asia will get lowest. So again I'm viewing the data for the average values. What are all the regions going to come under the average, we can see here. Now you can see in the data set also it's updated for the lowest range. I'm going to have for the average range, so I'm going to do the copy paste again. I'm going to delete this and I'm going to update this as average range. So what are all the region having average range in our data set is Sub-Saharan Africa, Southeastern Asia, Latin America and Caribbean, and one more thing is Central and Eastern Europe. These regions having average GPA score, so we are going to sort this into average peace meter, average range in our peace meter column. So this is Eastern Asia, get the Central and Eastern Europe. Central and Eastern Europe. We'll get the average. So I'm going to run all the command we have given so far. I'm going to run this. Now we can go to our data set and we can view this. Still only one thing is NA. Central America. We're going to update the Central America. We can run the code. Now we can see the same procedure I have done. I have consolidated each and every region to the respective range, so that you are seeing there is no NA is left in our columns. Now that is the piece meter. We have done the piece meter part, and now we are going to create one more meter, that is GDP meter. So we are going to have highest, lowest and average GPA having countries. Based upon the region, we are going to segregate them. So WPR of GDP dot meter, in this first it will get NA in each and every cell of the particular column. See, the column has been created in our data set GDP meter. Initially it is like NA. After that we are going to give condition, but first we are going to check the box plot so that we can find out which are all the regions having highest, lowest and average values. So here we can see the graph. Sub-Saharan Africa, Southern Asia and Southern Eastern Asia having the lowest GDP, whereas Western Europe, North America and Australia and New Zealand having the highest GDP, and remaining having the more average GDP. So we are going to segregate based upon this data in our GDP meter. So whichever region is having highest GDP will go as a highest in our GDP meter. Now we are having the same command. Now we are going to put the same command as we put for the piece meter. Instead of piece meter, we are going to put GDP.meter. That's the only difference here, and the region should be changed. Same thing, region I'm going to select, same syntax, ampersand and ampersand. Western Europe, North America, and Eastern Asia, and one more thing, Australia and New Zealand having the highest GDP. So we are going to name it as highest in our GDP meter. Have it as highest. See, it is updated as highest in our GDP meter. And now I'm going to do the same command for remaining regions. So average and the lowest, I'm going to run this. Now you can see all the columns in the GDP meter has been updated. So once we have arranged based upon the values, now we are going to have a ggplot regression plot to find out the relationship between the variables, but in terms of piece meter and GDP meter. So this will show value as average, highest and lowest. So that's why we are going to compare this both the variable parameters in terms of GDP meter as well as the piece meter. Now I'm putting the code as ggplot, whereas x variable will be health life expectancy and y will be the world GDP. Since these two variables having 0.69 positive correlation with each other, I'm going to take these two variables to plot, and I'm going to have this color as GDP meter because I'm going to analyze these two variables in terms of GDP meter. Plus I'm going to have geom point. In that also I'm going to have color variable is my GDP meter. It's also going to be my GDP meter. And size I'm putting as 3 here. Alpha will be same 0.8 so that we can see through the data. If you want to minimize the data alpha 0.8 to some other value also you can do. It's based upon your wish. And I'm going to have also geosmooth, which will have some relationship between those two parameters, which will smooth the curve and give us a linear relationship between those two variables. So I'm going to have the color is also GDP meter here. I'm going to fill this same with the GDP meter. The method is LM, same as we did earlier, and full range is going to be true in this case. And one more thing, we are going to add a phaser trap to see the layers of piece dot meter. As the layers of piece dot meter is three layers, that is average, highest and lowest. These three are the layers of the GDP dot meter. So the phaser will return these three variables in our graph, and I'm going to have the theme as theme BW, and title of my graph will be scatter plot for life expectancy and GDP in terms of GDP meter. This will return these two variables in terms of average, highest and lowest. Come, let us see this thing. Here we can see average, highest and lowest based upon the GDP meter. It is showing the value, showing the relationship between those health life expectancy and world GDP. So we can do n number of comparison by changing x and y variables, along by also changing the world GDP meter to the piece meter. So we can have a number of graphs and number of relation. We can analyze data using this ggplot. So I'm going to have world GPA score. Instead of health expectancy, it is showing the relationship between world GPA and GDP. These are all the countries within the range of average, highest and lowest. So now I'm going to copy paste the first line, and I'm going to change in terms of piece meter. We are going to have the relationship between health life expectancy and world GDP. Sorry, health life expectancy and GPA score. Instead of having GDP meter, I'm going to have a piece meter here. So it will return the value in terms of piece meter. It will show me a graph in terms of piece meter by comparing those two variables, and will show the relationship between them. So again, the phase set is going to be our piece meter. I'm going to hit enter here. I'm changing the title for our graph. Okay, we forgot to change the title for the previous graph also, so now we are changing. Now we are going to hit enter to get the graph. Here you can see the scatter plot for life expectancy in GPA in terms of piece meter. So the points are the regions where it lies within the graph, and we are going to, by doing this, we can get n number of relationship. We can do to n number of variables by changing x and y axis in terms of, again, piece meter, GDP meter, whatever the data we want to extract, we can extract. Now I am putting one more variable, freedom and GPA score. I'm seeing the relationship between these two variables, and I'm changing the title for the graph, scatter plot for freedom and GPA score. We can see one more graph is coming, and it is also showing the relationship between GPA score in terms of freedom. So now we are going to plot all our data into our world map. For that, we are going to install a package which is called R world map. So we're going to go to the install menu and type R world map. See, you can see in the console area that URL, still installing it is. So once it is installed, we are going to call it into our library using the command library of R world map. So now it's installed. Now it's get installed into our library. Now we are going to directly use the command by installing a variable d. I'm going to declare this variable d will get data frame. Data.frame is a function in which I'm going to create country. This country will take value from my data set in the column country. So that's the meaning of this syntax. After that, the value will be my GPA score. So it will take from the column GPA score in my data set. So the country against its GPA score will be plotted in the world map, and I'm going to have this n variable which is going to join both this data into the world map. So I'm going to use the function join country data to map. I'm going to give d is my data, and I'm going to join this data by using the join code. Name is its syntax, and name join column. I'm going to join the column with country column. So I'm going to give as country. So after that, I'm going to map this data to the world map by putting a command map country data, n comma name column to plot. So I'm going to take this as value, since the value is declared as GPA score, and this map title will be GPA score of countries. And we have to give the color palette also. So color palette will be terrain in this case. Yeah, terrain. Now I'm going to enter this. I'm going to run this. So you can see our data has been given into the world map, has been pasted into the world map. Now you can see the range is from 1.11 to 3.39. This is the GPA score of each and every country. You can see China, Eastern Asia, that is China, is having a large number of having the highest GPA score. Those countries that are having highest GPA score is marked in the green color, and those which is the lowest is marked in white. So you can see that is our data ranging from lowest to highest. So that will easily we can get the data which country is the lowest, which country is the highest, which country is the average. So that is for GPA score. Now we are going to have the same thing to plot GDP of various countries in the world map. So instead of having that GPA score, I am going to have a GDP score, but the variable we are declaring should be different. So that I am taking here is D1. Now I am copy paste the same command for N, and I am going to change this as N1. So same the value will be from world GDP. It is going to be D1. Now we are going to join these two variables and plot these data into a world map by using the command map country data. N1 will be replacing N, and map title should be GDP of countries. That's a GDP of countries. The color palette will be the same. Right? Now we have entered. You can see the data has been changed in the world map. We can zoom it. Now you can see the GDP is ranging from 300 to 62,100, and North America is having the highest GDP, whereas the lowest GDP is in Africa, and the moderate is having Asia, and below average everything has been plotted in the world map. So for a better understanding, we can see this to get the data. That's all about my data analysis. That's all about my